Hello guys! Finally, Beta 5.5 is out, and now even more new content has been added, new characters with new unique abilities, new creatures, and other features. So, let's get started. Let's start with Ryu Ishigori. This Jujutsu sorcerer currently has 8,000 energy and 2 powerful abilities. The first is the Granite Blast ability. If you activate the ability and start holding the head, a sphere of energy will appear. If you release the use button, a powerful laser will shoot out of his head. If activated for a very long time, the damage will be huge, and because of this all objects will be thrown away at high speeds. It is so powerful that it can easily destroy even buildings. The second ability is Cursed Energy Discharge. It is a beam of immense energy that makes a powerful beam discharge. Only 2 seconds of activation is enough for full activation and destruction. You may also choose a target for Cursed Energy Discharge. In the menu after activation by clicking Set Target and selecting the desired target, all projectiles are guaranteed to fly towards the target and attack it. On top of all this, Ryu Ishigori has a passive ability in the form of rapid regeneration of cursed energy, making him a powerful Jujutsu user.
No! I end this now!
Akari Nitta has been added to our mod. She is Nitta's sister, so she has a similar ability, Painkiller, which takes away the bleeding and the shock, and also she has 1,800 energy. We have added the ability to adjust the punch power, including turning it off completely. Now you can either adjust the power, which will make your punches very strong, or set the minimum value and they will be weak. Or completely disable the punches. But in any case, now Painkiller will actually stop your pain, not add a new one. Utahime, a new character with unique mechanics, has been added in the new beta. She has 6,000 energy, 1 unique ability, Solo Forbidden Area, and the Curtain. Solo Forbidden Area is an ability that allows you to increase the energy of other Jujutsu users. Once the ability is activated, Utahime's energy will increase and the Solo Boost Sorcerer menu will appear. There are 2 settings in this menu, the Jujutsu user to select and the Change Energy Boost. The first setting allows you to select the desired Jujutsu user who needs to increase energy, and the second setting multiplies the amount of energy by the written number. At the same time with the multiplied number, Utahime's energy increases as well. This way you can very much increase the energy of other Jujutsu users. Cursed Speech ability has been reworked. In the context menu you can now toggle the mode that allows you to attack people in curses with more curse energy. But it will be at the expense of head damage. The bigger the difference in the amount of curse energy, the harder the damage will be. Nobara's Resonance has been reworked. Now this ability doesn't destroy all curses, it just destroys 2,500 energy for them. We also did a rework of the layer system, which caused many characters to have corrected texture mappings. Megumi got Rabbit Escape. With this ability, he can summon rabbits that have 50 cursed energy on their own. Initially, you only summon 1 rabbit with a black mark. Already this rabbit can summon infinitely regular rabbits with 50 cursed energy and without a mark. When you activate a rabbit with a black mark, it starts spawning clones. You can literally create your own army that will jump to death any enemy. Rabbits have 2 modes, attack mode and passive mode. In attack mode they will attack anyone near them, jumping them to death. And in passive mode, they will just stand still and walk back to their owner when they are too far away from them. But you can also select a whole army of rabbits and in the context menu order them to destroy all your enemies. You can also order 1 or more rabbits to attack a specific target, including even objects. But also rabbits have quite low health, any large object will be able to kill them, and when falling from a great height, they die. Either way, you can now build your rabbit's army. A new character, Panda, has appeared in our mod. It is a plush creature that feels no pain and can't bleed, can't drown in water, it will always swim and has infinite oxygen, and also has 2 forms. In normal form it has 3,000 energy and a grade 2 boost. But you can also switch his second form in the context menu. In this form, his physical stats increase a lot, but his cursed energy decreases. But either way, he is now stronger. Also, when falling from a high, Panda takes no damage at all. Eso and Kechizu have been added to the mod. Let's focus on Eso for now. He has 5,200 energy and some unique features. First you can start by activating the rot technique in the middle body. Once activated, he will have blood flowing from his back. By itself this effect does nothing, but if you activate the middle body, Eso will fire a blood projectile. This blood projectile doesn't do much damage, but it does a bloody explosion. Also, if there is a target in front of the projectile, it will aim at the target, even if the target changes its position. Also in middle body you can activate Decay and Wing King. Let's continue with Wing King for now. Activating this ability gives Eso wings, so he can fly and hover in the air while still being able to fire blood projectiles. Now let's switch to Kechizu. He already has 4,300 energy and also has Rot technique. But unlike Eso, he doesn't have wings, and instead of firing blood projectiles, he only spews blood when his jaw is activated. But what's the danger of blood? It lies in Decay. And now let's move on to the last unique and final Eso and Kechizu technique, Decay. After clicking Enable Decay in the context menu, you will have Decay settings, which so far has two buttons, Partner for Decay technique and Clear people from blood. Decay is a paired technique, so it can only work with another Jujutsu user with Decay technique, without that it just won't work. Once you have chosen partner, you will have another button in the Decay settings, that controls the decay of all creatures touched by the blood. Now, if you press start in Decay setting, blood from Eso's projectile or Kechizu will decay anyone who will touch his blood. Just a small touch of blood is enough for Decay. For example, if an Eso projectile explodes next to someone, that someone will be decayed because the blood projectile touched them. But you can also just click stop in the Decay settings, or you can clear blood from other people, saving them from decay if blood gets on them. The Mahito Domain has been added in a new update. Now, in the context menu you can call Self-Embodiment of Perfection. Once clicked, an animation will appear, subsequently creating a self-embodiment of perfection. The domain has 830 energy, but most importantly, if you select the domain settings, you'll be taken to Soul's Transfiguration ability options. There are 4 buttons, each of which will trigger a specific effect on an unprotected group of creatures within the domain. Instant Transfiguration Deforming Mode simply deforms all unprotected creatures within the domain. Same with Instant Transfiguration Explode Mode, but in this case the creatures will just explode. And Idle Transfiguration Reduction Mode, which just turns creatures into souls. Last is Idle Transfiguration Cure Mode, which cures everyone in the domain. And that was all I wanted to show about the Mahito's domain. And finally, we're moving on to the conclusion of the video. But before we do, I'd like to make an announcement. In parallel with the Jujutsu Kaisen mod, we have started development of another mod, Holy Blood, which you can see on our official 01 Studio website. Thanks for watching. Now there will be a list of those who supported us through Boost and Patreon. But anyway, I gotta run.